Other things have been going on in the news, and I know you said briefly like you don't really want to talk too much about the situation with Rihanna. Can you explain to us, truly you don't know what the issue is and why she doesn't like you? Or doesn't get along with you, whatever it is.
Yeah, I can't tell you anything. You have to ask her. I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's so vocal. Maybe she can say whatever it is. I don't know.
It's not stemming from the whole fashion police thing because you guys talked about it on Twitter, squash it, basically kissed
For sure, but even then, you know, the first time that I said something, I just felt I wouldn't be honest with myself when we were sitting there doing the fashion police when I spoke, because the way that she made me feel was nuts.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we did, like last I saw her, you know, we were at the Met Gala and, you know, she came over to me and she was like, hey girl, look at you look cute, girl, you know, blah, 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 like all these nice things, and we would laugh and we hugged, and it was like our way of saying like everything is cool without even having to say.
Oh, so this is after?
That was after the fashion police.
The tension between Rihanna and Ciara didn't originate from a dramatic fallout or betrayal, but from a subtle, shady moment that quickly escalated into a viral drama. In February 2011, Ciara appeared on E's Fashion Police, hosted by John Rivers. During a segment about red carpet looks, Ciara was asked to comment on Rihanna's outfit. Her response was unexpected.
I ran into her recently at a party and she wasn't the nicest, and it's crazy because I've always loved and respect what she's done with fashion, and I've ran into her, you know, before, but this time it was just really, wasn't the most pleasant run-in, so a bitch. Next.
This didn't seem overly aggressive at first glance, but in celebrity terms, especially with someone as outspoken as Rihanna, this was enough to cause a ripple, and fans immediately began speculating about what event Ciara was referring to and what might have happened behind the scenes. Given the vagueness of her comment, it opened the door for interpretation, and Rihanna didn't waste time in responding. At the time, Rihanna was known for being the clapback queen on Twitter. She quickly took to the platform, subtweeting Ciara with this biting response: "My bad, C, did I forget to tip you? You gangsta, huh?" And this line was loaded, implying Ciara was beneath her, or even suggesting she was acting like a service staff at the event. The internet ate it up. The tweet instantly went viral and the feud was now very public. And Ciara didn't let Rihanna have the last word. She fired back directly: "Trust me, Rihanna, you don't want to see me on or off the stage." And this suggested that the beef wasn't just about shade. There may have been deeper tension or real-life hostility brewing between the two. And Rihanna then delivered the most famous line of the entire feud: "Good luck with booking the stage you speak of." That was the kill shot. It mocked Ciara's then struggling music career, referencing how she wasn't as prominent on charts or stages at the time. The internet went wild. Memes flooded Twitter, Tumblr, and forums. That quote became a pop culture burn that still circulates years later. Just days after the Twitter feud exploded, Rihanna appeared to reconsider her approach. She tweeted, "Ciara baby, I love you girl. You hurt my feelings real bad on TV. I'm heartbroken. That's why I retaliated this way. So sorry." It read like a sarcastic apology on the surface, but the "I love you girl" and "so sorry" seemed to offer a chance for the de-escalation. Whether it was genuine or just Rihanna trying to reclaim the moral high ground, fans were surprised by the sudden change in energy. Ciara took the opportunity to respond in kind, politely, but still keeping her distance. You know it's always been love since day one. Doing shows in Europe, let's chat in person." Ciara's reply was diplomatic. She didn't escalate the fight, but also didn't exactly roll out the red carpet of reconciliation. It felt more like a PR-friendly pause than a genuine heart-to-heart. And this exchange had fans and gossip blogs split. Some believed it was a genuine attempt at a reconciliation, especially since both artists were under the microscope and had reputations to protect. Others saw it as a damage control, crafted to stop the headline from spiraling further. No photo op followed, no face-to-face moment ever went public, and most tellingly, neither woman brought it up again in any major interview or appearances. If they had really squashed it, it never translated into a friendship or even a public moment of mutual respect.
Where it ends, where it goes.
You know what? I'm cool on it. I couldn't even tell you anything more at this point. I think I've said all I could possibly say when it pertains to her.
Right.
You know, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Is it something that, I mean, obviously you have an album coming out, and it's
Yes.
been a while since you had
Long
an album
time.
coming out.
Yes.
Is it something that you resent maybe, that why is it coming out now and I want to be pushing my music forward, and there's this other thing?
No, like that's a small piece. That's a small thing in the pond, you know, in the pond of fish, I guess you can say, in my world. And you know, the blessing is that right now, which is exciting for me, is my fans are really loving the music. You know, they're really loving the record. And
There were still mixed signals in the years that followed. Although the tweet were a form of public ceasefire, several post-2011 moments suggested the beef was never truly buried, like the 2013 Instagram video by Rihanna and Melissa mocking Body Party contradicted any ideas of peace. In interviews, Ciara made subtle digs about people in the industry with bad attitudes. Rihanna never publicly acknowledged Ciara again. No mentions, no tags, no likes. And if the Twitter exchange was a truce, it was the kind that came with conditions, silence, and distance. A few reasons why this apology never became a real reconciliation could be the clashing personalities. Rihanna was more of a bold and unfiltered, while Ciara was more poised and reserved. Their energies never aligned, and there were fan-fueled tension. The respective fan base kept the drama alive, making peace less appealing. And different career trajectories. Rihanna was entering global superstardom, while Ciara was rebuilding her career, putting them in very different headspaces. And there were no incentive to make up publicly. Unlike other celebs feuds like Katy Perry and Taylor Swift, there was no marketing or collab opportunity pushing them together. While on the surface, this feud may look like a typical celebrity spat, some shade, some Twitter drama, and some awkward red carpet silences, the truth is that it says a lot more about the pressure placed on Black women in entertainment, how media and fandoms fuel divisions. The entertainment industry has a long history of pitting women against each other, especially when they occupy similar spaces. Like Ciara and Rihanna, where there were Black women in R&B and pop space, known for their fashion-forward aesthetics, dancers and performers with commercial appeal, young stars trying to assert themselves as artists, not just chart products, so it's no surprise that the media and parts of their teams even indirectly played into the idea of competition. In the early 2010s, there was rarely room for two Black female pop stars to shine at once in the mainstream narrative, so comparisons were inevitable and tensions were easy to inflate. The Ciara versus Rihanna beef hit during a pivotal time when celebrities were becoming accessible on social media, but hadn't yet learned how to manage that power carefully. Twitter was raw, immediate, and emotional, and Rihanna in particular used it as her digital diary. She wasn't afraid to clap back, and fans loved it. This turned what could have been a minor issue, like Ciara's shady but calm fashion police comment, into a full-on viral moment. And the internet didn't just observe the drama, it fueled it. At the time, both women were at career crossroads. Rihanna had just dropped Loud in 2010 and was transitioning into the global pop phenomenon she'd become with Talk That Talk and Unapologetic. Her image was edgy, confrontational, and unapologetic, so the feud only reinforced that persona. Ciara, on the other hand, was trying to bounce back from two underperforming albums, Fantasy Ride and Basic Instinct, and re-established herself in the spotlight. She couldn't afford to be passive or overshadowed, and each artist had something to prove, and in the context, a public beef became another way to assert dominance or relevance.
I don't know it personally, but just reading it, I'm like, man, it's gotta be
they're
frustrating.
turned up. You're like, so you just don't. Sometimes you're like, you don't get it. Like, where does the negativity come from? Like, but I don't know. I wish those
And
people
not to bring up any negativity, but I know the listeners want to know, like, is there really beef between you and Rihanna, or has it just been blown out of proportion?
I mean, I don't have beef with anybody.
Okay.
But you know, I'm not gonna be disrespected either.
Yeah.
You know, I wish her well. I don't know what her problem is. I don't think she's I don't know what her problem. I think she's nuts right now, like whatever's going on, because for me it doesn't make any sense. And she has a lot of good things going on with herself. Like, I mean, a lot of good things. Like I've always said I've been happy for her. So to see
You just don't
her,
understand where
I
it's all
don't,
coming from.
no, I don't get it. You know, I really don't. But I wish her well. I wish her
Aw,
positivity.
See.
Looking back, what's striking is how minor the original offense was. Ciara saying Rihanna wasn't the nicest at party. Was it shade? Maybe, but it also could have been resolved privately with a text or a phone call. Instead, the drama escalated because both women were operating through emotion, image protection, and public personas. In many ways, this beef was a missed opportunity for solidarity between two powerful artists, but it also reflects the challenges of fame in social media era. So what's the current status of the Ciara versus Rihanna beef? In short, there is no beef anymore, but there's no friendship either, I guess. Just silence. Since around 2014, there's been no sign of public shade, clapbacks, or mockery from either side. Neither Ciara nor Rihanna has mentioned each other in interviews, engaged on social media, or acknowledged the feud in a reflective way. Their silence may be icy to some, but it also reads as a maturity. Both women have outgrown the need to revisit petty drama from their early 20s. Ciara's carved out a lane that fits her perfectly. She's married to an NFL star Russell Wilson and is a proud mother of 4. She's known for her values, family first image, and motivational presence on social media. Her music may not dominate the charts like it once did, but she has a loyal fan base and a respected presence in R&B. She has evolved into a fitness, fashion, and a beauty icon with her own brand partnerships and wellness ventures. Ciara exudes peace, maturity, and positivity, which is why you never catch her rehearsing this feud in interviews or throwing pretty shades. Rihanna's career took a dramatic turn, not just in music but in business and culture. She launched Fenty Beauty, revolutionizing diversity in cosmetic and making her a billionaire. She created Savage Fenty, a lingerie brand known for inclusivity and boldness. She became a fashion and beauty mogul, redefining what it means to be a pop star turned entrepreneur. She's now a mother of 2 with the rapper A$AP Rocky and is in a very different chapter of life that was during the feud era. And through fans still beg for her new music, Rihanna is clearly on her own timeline and not wasting time on all drama. Unlike some celebrity feuds like the Taylor Swift versus Katy Perry one that end with a music video hug, Ciara and Rihanna have opted for a quiet disengagement that may not satisfy fans hungry for closure, but it's likely the most realistic and emotionally intelligent way for 2 grown women to move forward. Their silence doesn't necessarily mean they dislike each other, it may just mean they're moved on, matured, and have nothing left to prove. The Ciara vs Rihanna beef was a snapshot of a very specific era. Celebrity Twitter feuds were viral gold, female artists were being pitted against each other constantly, and the public loved watching the drama unfold. But in hindsight, the beef wasn't just about who was meaner at a party or who booked the bigger stage. It was about fame, ego, and the pitfall of being young, female, and successful in a world that loves to watch women clash. And now both Rihanna and Ciara have moved on, richer, wiser, and more powerful, and that's the real glow up.